welcome to our neighborhood. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to subscribe. I have 966 subscribers right now, and so if I get 34 more subscribers, I'll have 1,000, and that's the minimum you need to start monetizing your channel. So if I get 34 more subscribers, like you, if you're not subscribed already, if you subscribe, you'll help me be able to make money off these videos, and that'll help me get more gear, maybe, pay for transportation expenses for guests. It'd be nice to have a guest. That'd be cool. I can't really think of any guests though, because I reveal too much on these videos, that I don't want people around me to know. That's the stigma of mental illness. Like, and it's already too late. They know. Like, they found out after a while. It was gradual though. They're like, I think there was one event where they said, "Oh, he must be mentally ill." But the fact that I don't work is a sign, that something's wrong. I haven't worked since 2016, and that was only a couple months. And the number of times I have put in a 40-hour week or more, I don't remember. So it's been teaching. I'm a former teacher, and I didn't teach at high school, so I didn't have to teach 6 or 8 classes every day. That would be insane. Like, just to run around like a chicken, dead chicken, just for that many hours. Like, you help so many students though, and there's, for me, the maybe I haven't had 1,000,000 students, but I still have had a lot, and I am grateful, that my brain did allow me to do that. I mean, I might be able to, making me go back to work would kind of be like making me do, hard labor. Not because it's tedious. I mean, if you're a prisoner, shouldn't you deserve to do tedious things the rest of your life? Like roll pencils in fucking paper towel and stuffing them places, and I don't know. I don't even know why I'm saying this, but yeah. So please subscribe. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, all you do is a click, and then just ignore all the fucking send outs. But if you subscribe, then someone else might subscribe too. And once I hit 1,000, I can't bribe you like with a cut. I can't say I'll give you 20%. It'd be nice if I could say that, but I don't have any percent right now. 0%, nothing, because I don't have 1,000. And even then, it won't be. It's not gonna make me rich. It's probably gonna be pennies, because it goes on how. I mean, I don't know this. I would imagine it somehow relates to how many views you get. And my videos don't get a lot of views. Some of them get a lot of views over time, years. There's one with James Spader playing Raymond Reddington, concierge of crime, and one of his skip tracer. Skip tracer is someone who looks for people who don't want to be found because they're running from something, a criminal or the law. Because people could be on the run from criminals too, like a mob family or whatever. Sorry, I'm listening. Normally you can't hear traffic on this road. I live kind of deep from, kind of far, like a couple miles from the road. All this is a neighborhood network. Like, it's no outlet. So there's no way. There's nothing for you here unless you know someone here or you live here. Otherwise, that last sign that says no outlet, it probably removes a lot of traffic. You know, there would probably be some more exploratory traffic if that sign wasn't there. I know if I was exploring around in my car, I would turn around. Like, and this place is a fucking maze. Sorry, excuse my French, but yeah, it's a maze here, and I don't mean amazing. I mean a maze. Speaking of mazes, oh, don't get me started on math. I'll bore you to death. I don't even know what I can say. You know, I mean, I want to say that a graph theoretical maze is exactly what a theorem is. So graph theory and proof theory are linked, I think. And I don't know if anyone knows this or not, but it's probably already in the literature, because like I've barely ever had an original thought, to be honest. Like, I don't think some of my thoughts are original, and when I say original, I mean no one has ever thought of that before, ever. That's what I mean by original. Um, that's probably what you would mean too. And anyway, so a maze in the graph theoretical sense is a theorem. Like, so you have a starting point and an end point, and in between it's all like weird and fucked up and shit. I mean, I haven't proved this, I haven't written it down, so I'm not like 100% sure, but I don't see why not. Like a maze, see with the maze, with the theorem, you have an assumption that's your start, or if you have many assumptions, you conjoin them all into one conjecture or hypothesis, axiom. This is this and this and this. You know, so you have 3 axioms. You can combine them into one longer axiom with conjunction. That's and. So with the theorem, you start with assumptions. That's your start, like a maze, and then you have the final conclusion of the theorem. That's the end of the maze. And then however you get there is a fucking proof, you know. And then so in a maze, which is it's a digraph or dag, directed acyclical. It should be acyclical, yeah, because that doesn't prove shit. Like, that's dead, and that causes a fallacy. If there's no, actually, yeah, I don't know if it is a theorem if it involves a loop. But if it's directed, then in a maze, then there'll be one terminal vertex, and remember every vertex is a statement, and we could call it a lemma, which means a statement that is used to prove a theorem. What's the big deal with theorems? I mean, theorem, you should know, theorem just means true statement. So in math, we're always talking about what's true and what's not. Like, just in other subjects too. You know, you're like in woodshop, like you're what you're doing is the same effort. It's the same effort, but we've just done different things. I've been called a weak man relatively recently, because I went to work with someone, and when I tried to lift shit with both hands, like my forearms quiver because I have what's called benign essential tremor. I told him this like 3 times. I said, this is my fucking. He said I was weak. He's like, you're the weakest guy I've ever worked with. Like, don't hire me again. I won't be offended. Just don't hire me. Period. You know, he offered me a job though, so you know, I turned it down. He said I have a couple of people in mind I could go to if you turn it down, but I'm offering it to you first. So that was, I mean, if he thinks that, then maybe he doesn't think like that I can't do the job. I mean, I could move furniture, as long as I'm fully like lubricated and oiled and shit. Um, Especially in my back. There's not much you can do for your feet, you know, especially when there's a bone fragment caught between your ankle and your fucking shin bone. Um, or no, it's not a bone fragment that's stuck. It's, what is it? The bones are grinding. Um, that doesn't sound good. What's weird is it doesn't. That problem is not on the right foot, but the right foot also has problems. I don't get it, but I did notice. I'm noticing now that when I got out of bed this morning, I wasn't thinking about my feet. That's a major improvement, you know. I wasn't thinking about my feet when I put my feet on the floor. I wasn't thinking like, is this gonna hurt? How much is this gonna hurt? Does hurt, or whatever. But it didn't hurt today, so that I mean, I had a boot, like basically a temporary cast. I was strapped into. It was from the mid calf, down, and you can't. Basically, when you have that on, you can't raise your foot so your toe touches your knee. You can't raise your foot beyond a certain point. It just wouldn't let you. So I couldn't walk right. I had to fake it, and I faked it pretty good, I think. Like if I was in a lineup and they said, and they couldn't see my clothes, couldn't see the boot, and if they said which one's gait is abnormal, probably would pick me like only a third of the time. My gait was not that abnormal. I did have to climb, sort of. I mean, in a sense, I had to climb, like get in a truck bed. That's not right. Like you shouldn't ask me for physical labor right now. I mean, I do it because I'm trying to be helpful. I don't want to be dead weight. Dead weight is fucking dead weight. What are you gonna do with dead weight? And so, yeah, I mean, I have several subjects of maybe not expertise. I don't think I'm an expert in anything. And that goes for math. Like, the experts in math, they have PhDs. They've been in college for like 5 years more than me. So, I mean, they're the masters, And then karate, Kim Ladd just said that I've mastered karate, and she commended that. And shout out to you. I hope you're watching this channel. Don't watch any other videos though, because they're pornographic. No, I'm just kidding. They wouldn't let that on YouTube for very long. They probably have censors, like before they actually put it up. They run it through a pornography censor, and it goes, "Yep." I wonder how many people actually try to do that. That's stupid. Like, YouTube's gonna reject it. Oh, speaking of that, did you know? I mean, I hope you didn't know, but like maybe more than 3 years ago, there was these strange comments people would post like on different accounts or have computers post on their behalf on different accounts, and there was these strange coded messages. Like you could tell that there is intelligence behind it. It's not spam, but there was a code. And then someone started realizing that it was only on child videos or videos with children in them. And these coded messages were pedophiles who were discussing the children in the video. And I mean, I feel like I want to tear the world apart just by hearing that. And that's just sad, Because rape is hard enough, but molestation, that's just insane, My doctor said, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. And, you know, when he said that, I thought I could do that. But, and I did. But it takes a couple years to get over it. At least, like, I wouldn't be mad at myself if I still wasn't over it, you know. I dress pretty frumpy, you know. I know why women dress frumpy. It's because men are fucking animals. That's why. That's why women have to dress frumpy, you know. Some people don't. Like, it, but, like, I dress frumpy. I don't look, you know, I don't, you know, manicure my appearance too much. And, you know, I would like to have a completely shaved head, shaved face. But it's like, I don't work, so what am I doing it for? You know, nobody fucking cares. They don't care. I can have a beard down here or shaved off. So it's all on me. What do I want? What I want is to only cut this hair once a month or 6 weeks. I don't make much hair there anymore anyway. Yeah. Yeah, and I'd lose, I don't know, 20 pounds. Think that'd be cool. But yeah, I'm gonna need to start hooping, Cam, or I don't know if I should call you Cam or Kimberly, whatever you prefer. Um, I certainly dedicate this video to you. You know, it's your dedication to your focus, you know, has kind of boiled over into, I'm sure, more than just me, but you know, it's your whole family is just amazing. You have 3 black belt children. You have a UFC child, like, and I'm always rooting for her. You know, I think she should kick more. You know, because her, like, when she moves along, and she will, she's gonna get kicked, and they're gonna know this. She's basically a grappling boxer. It's not it's not meant to be offensive. But she's a grappling boxer. I think she'll never throw a back fist. You know, she never spins. But if it's late in the game, you know, I guess you don't want to add that to your training, but I'm sure her man's on top of it. You know, what's his name? I forgot. Adam West? No, Adam West is Batman. But yeah, that the last round of her last fight was fucking amazing, and when she gets that fucking death scream going, that's gotta make her opponents like feel even worse. Like, there's only you know, part of Sensei Rodney's karate is that it's critical to breathe correctly, and it's detrimental to breathe incorrectly. So when you throw a punch, you breathe out. When you throw a kick, you breathe out. Sorry, I had phlegm in my throat. You know, my kiais were always, I don't know, somewhat over the top, but I didn't use the distortion. I used a higher tone. Kind of like that. I quit smoking 2 years ago, by the way. Or 2 months ago, sorry. Not years. I'm trying to refine my existence. Let's try to live longer. So, you know, my doctor's on me to quit smoking, so, you know, they're not bad about it, but they're like, do you want a prescription for some patches? And I said, yeah, give me the patches. And it worked so far. Where the mind goes, the body follows, you know, most of the time, unless your body's really fucked up. I can't wait for Aspen's next fight, though. That'll be cool. Does she have an opponent yet? I think her and Holly Holm, they almost had a fight, but Holly Holm pulled out for a title shot, I think. Holly Holm just pulled out for some reason. I think it's because she had a title shot in the works. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. But I would have loved to see her fight Holly Holmes because it's like the old guard and the new guard, you know, and I think it would have been really tough for Aspen. I don't even know if they're the same class. Bantamweight is Holly Holm, right? She's, if you don't know, you've probably, if you've been in a cave, there was this Ronda Rousey. She defended her belt like 10 or 12 times or 13 times, which is insane. Like, you normally don't even defend your belt once. But Ronda Rousey defended her belt like many times, always the same way, armbar, and she was just expert at armbar. If she gets a hold of your arm, your fight is done. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of arm bars, people think strength is more important than technique. Well, in an arm bar, yeah, strength matters, but good technique, like it's leverage, you know. And what we're doing in karate and other martial arts is we're not surpassing human capability. It's not supernatural. We're just maximizing capability. Like throw that hand out there as fast, not only as you can, but you also want to pick your target and hit your target. And this is just basic repetition. And it's boring sometimes, but when you're done with karate class, or at least me, I'd feel great. I'd feel like my chakras are all lined up or whatever. I didn't know what it was that I was feeling, but I just felt good. Some kind of endorphins. But it's different for karate than it is just for like walking. Yeah, I have a lot of fond memories of the dojo in Jackson. I have videos of me teaching karate kids who are now above me in rank. That I think that is very cool. I'm very proud of them, and I would have loved to see them get promoted. You know, that would have been very cool. And I'm sure they want to see me get promoted to black too. That would be at least 1 year away. As it turns out, it's going to take me 1 year to recover from my foot surgery, and that really sucks. I don't know if I'll have crutches for a year or just 6 weeks, but he said I won't recover from the surgery for about a year, and that's. I'm like, okay, thanks for telling me. Now, if he said 6 months and then it turned into a year, or a month and it turned into a year, like then I'd be like, what the hell, you know? He said I would recover in a month, you know. So a year from now is next February. The surgery is probably not going to be till like May. You know, I'm not going into surgery tomorrow. It's kind of fucked up. I don't have anyone. I've tried, you know, and I don't have anyone who can take me to the surgery, you know, and I can't really drive myself home. I mean, I think that would probably be a DUI, actually. And I don't think I should. Like, that would be irresponsible for me to actually drive with some anesthesia in my body. Like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I get why people DUI, they're like at a party, at a bar, they literally, they don't think they're intoxicated, you know? Well, some people know it and they drive anyway. Those are fucking assholes. Because there's always a chance that there's a child in the road or the child jumps into the road, and if your reaction time is 50% worse, like, it's crazy. So I have very little respect for DUI. You know, I did have a .10. The legal limit is .08, so I was higher by 2 points. I got a wet reckless for that. Wet reckless sounds horrible, and it is, but it's not DUI. It's actually like DUI here, wet reckless here, and then aggravated DUI is like above that, like that's when you run into a fucking church or something. Like you destroy property, you kill someone. That's an aggravated DUI. Um, yeah, my roommate drove us to the bar, or a bar called Top Hat Bar in Missoula, Montana. And at Top Hat Bar, we had a few drinks and danced. I don't know if he danced, but actually I didn't dance either. But there was dancing. I tried. I think I tried, but I think at that point the women were thinking that I was probably too old for them because I was 40 and they were probably like 20. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Is that wrong? I mean, it is kind of wrong, isn't it? I mean, because I'd be old enough to be their father. Like that's crazy. So I'm gonna, I'm not really looking for anyone. It's um, yeah, I've been separated for 3 years now. Um, it was January of 2018, so that's 3 years. It's 2021, right? Um, and what I did something pretty foul and immature. I don't even want to tell you what I did, but I sent her a picture of um, my hand after I got done with the wall, um, and she didn't like getting that picture, so she blocked me for a while. But we spoke, so I just I would never send that to you, whoever you are. I don't know why. I mean, I just um, it hurt. I was just hurting, and the hand was just a symptom of that hurt. It's just, and I don't know why I'm hurting. Like, I do know, I guess, but I mean, some people can could cope with how I live my life. That was roommate. I dodged a bullet there. Um, no, it's just I. Yeah, it's just that when I'm filming, I like to be complete privacy. So there, you know, I don't have the house to myself, and I can't tell everyone in the house to be quiet. That would be stupid. You know, yeah, they don't need to be quiet. Whatever. Now, if yeah, whatever. So, but back to the mastering karate part. Like, I respectfully disagree that I've mastered karate. Um, I mean, I could see why you would say that. That sounds pretty arrogant, yeah. I could see why you would say that. Um, and master, I wouldn't even be ranked a master yet. Like, master means 5th degree black belt. Um, and I wonder what Sensei Gordon has. If I was a 3rd degree right now, I'm just guessing. And, the way I explain to people is brown is tutor, black is teacher, and then second black is like teacher of teachers. You know what I mean? Um, and before then, you're just one of the students, from white to purple. You know how the belt system originated, right? Like, nobody thinks that helps you fight. Nobody thinks that. It's just part of the uniform, and it tells you how long you've been there. Tells everyone how long you've been there, and when I was a white belt, I always had kind of reservations about fighting like purple, brown, black belts. But you have to play chess with people better than you, like a computer. But there is no computer for karate. You know, there's no like hologram or something. So, yeah, I'm gonna just revisit a couple of points or just one, and then turn this off. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I don't care if you like it or not. You can dislike it as long as you subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to do anything. I don't care. You know, do what thou wilt. You know, it would be nice to make money off this. I would have to have like set subjects in mind. If you give me a topic to talk about, like in the comments, then I will consider talking about that. But if you ask me to talk about like, you know, aerospace engineering, I'd be like, can't help you. Don't know anything about that. So mental health is something I know about. Math, teaching, karate. Ask me something in those fields, and then I'll go to town on you, on your question, I should say. I don't feel like editing that out, so I'm just gonna leave it there and go to town on you. I mean, on your question. So anyway, I will be having surgery, May roughly, April, May, June, something like that. At least it'll be summer, you know, and not at risk for being slippery, you know. It's been a pretty mild winter so far. I mean, I can't believe this is winter. I mean, this feels like, I mean, I guess this is what winter feels like. It kind of feels like I'm on Endor, you know, the planet of trees. Can you name another planet of trees? Really quick. Another planet of trees, not Endor. Although Endor was a moon, not a planet. Well, answer in the comments if you want. Or not. That's okay. Alright, I'm going to end this here. See you next time.